Hey Virgo Libras, welcome into your Sagittarius season energy reading here at Cusp of Roses. My name is Gabrielle. For anybody new here, welcome in. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back, my love. And if you're a channel member tuning into this message early and ad-free, by the way, no ads on the membership, I thank you for being here and I appreciate all your love and support. If you want to join the channel, you can hit that join button next to subscribe or click the link in my description box for easier access. Join where you feel comfortable, and I thank y'all for that in advance. Virgo Libra, we got a little bit to talk about here. Okay, you've been patiently waiting for something. You've been patient. Oh, you've been so patient. I could feel it when I was meditating for you. It's like patient with an open heart, patient with a lot of compassion, patient with a lot of trust and a lot of faith. Okay, hold on one second about that. You've been patient, boo. Okay. And I don't want to say unfortunately, I was about to, but I kind of caught myself. I don't know that you know what's going on and or why you're being called to be so patient. And maybe that's what's going to be revealed. We're in the season of Sagittarius, temperance energy, patience. Okay, Jupiter also requires patience. Ninth house, it's about expanding your faith. And maybe that's why. I almost don't want to say it. It's like, I don't want to ruin this patient season for you. But I think you maybe have an idea and or it's going to come out anyway. So maybe that's why this reading's happening. So I'll trust it. This does feel like a relationship, or it feels like some sort of partnership or some sort of contract that's supposed to come online for you at this moment and in this lifetime. And it seems as if whoever's on the other end of that contract is caught up. I hate to bring that news forward, but that's what I was seeing. Somebody's caught up. I don't think it's permanent, but it is a part of why you're waiting. And I know that sucks. I know it's probably not what you want to hear, but it is the truth of what's going on. And maybe that truth you're ready for. Okay. So let's see what the divine needs you to know about this patiently waiting energy and whoever's on the other end of this contract being caught up. Clarify here, divine. Thank you for clearing my energy again and connecting me a little deeper here with the Virgo Libra Cusp Collective and Virgo Libra placements that need to hear this message. What do they need to know about this patiently waiting season? I can't make it up. It's about love. I knew it. My gosh. Okay. You got a lover that you are meant to be with, meant to connect with, that's caught up in something. So you're holding all this love that's meant to be shared between you two. Yeah, Princess of Wands in reverse. You might have, oh no, my deck is upside down. So Princess of Wands upright. You might have lost faith, or you might be losing strength in your ability to be patient. Okay. You might be on the verge of giving up on maybe love altogether, finding that special person for you, or maybe if you're more aware of the spiritual energy around whatever this is, like giving up on the contract altogether. Like, okay, maybe it's just not gonna happen. I'll let it go. I think you're about to let it go. And it might be one of those situations, which yes, is annoying, but the moment that you let it go, then this person gets to let go of whatever's catching them up or whatever they're trapped in here. So then it kind of happens the moment you step back. It could be that, Virgo Libra. But for me to even kind of feel like, I think it's deeper than that. And I don't think it's that kind of dynamic. I almost feel like you letting it go seals it forever. So you could have been holding on to this contract, aware that it's supposed to happen, waiting for this person to kind of show up in the energy they're meant to show up in so that y'all can complete whatever needs to be completed. But if you let go of the contract, it's sealed off. Like, I don't think it will be picked back up in another lifetime. Princess of Pentacles, that's been you. I can't make it up. Wheel of Fortune in reverse, exactly. It won't come back around. And I think you know that. So if you're aware of who this is, your heart is already, I'm hearing there for them. Like, you have a heart for this person. You don't want to have to close that door or shut this portal down, but it could be a King of Pentacles, but it might have to, Virgo-Libra. It might have to. I'm hearing A Little Too Late by JoJo. That's a throwback. My gosh. She actually puts out a lot of good music. If y'all have not tapped back into JoJo, if you know the singer I'm talking about, check out her latest, last 2 albums. Really, really dope. Really, really good. Enjoyed them. Okay? That's just it for my music people out there. She's still that girly pop. All right? But back to this. Yeah, I think it might be a little too late. That's just kind of what I'm getting. I don't want to call that out for y'all, but that could be the truth that might be revealed. Right. When this person comes in, that Wheel of Fortune is closed. That portal is closed. Now, this person could have, with the King of Pentacles, this person could have been taking their time, thinking that they had time to play around. So that playing around got them caught up. So then they really can't go nowhere. They really can't do nothing that they were meant to do. That would be on them, right? I think you've been carrying hope for this contract, for this connection. Yeah, this 10 of Cups, because that's exactly what is written. Thank you, Divine. That's exactly what was written. Yeah. But worry in reverse. I don't think this person was worried about this portal between y'all, or this contract between y'all being shut down forever, and they maybe should have been. Moon energy. It's coming through like that. This person thought they had time, and time was not on their side. 6 of Cups. This is an old love. An old, ancient love. Somebody thought, yeah, they could play around with pleasure. I can't make it up. Yeah. King of Swords with the 9 of Pentacles. Somebody thought all they had to do was just tell you or say something, and then maybe that's what's been happening. If you know this person, some of y'all don't know who this person is, but you feel that sense of, if I let go of this contract, it won't happen. Which is why you maybe been holding on to it for so long, or for however long you've been in that patience. Yeah, 6 of Wands, victory. Somebody thought that they were, if you do know this person, if you have contact with this person, they might have been saying all the things to make you think something was coming. They were working it out. They were figuring it out. They're making their way to you, and meow, 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 and doing nothing of the sort. So, and that's the caught up. Thank you, Divine. They're like, and that's why they caught up. And that's why they're caught up. Because their actions are speaking and have been speaking louder than their words. And someone thought that their words held weight enough for someone else, or you here, Virgo-Libra, to be blinded and ignore and overlook and not see. Kind of feels like somebody was playing on your heartstrings a little bit. or a lot of it, depending on the dynamic here. You know yourself better than any reader. Remember that. King of Pentacles back out here. That's exactly who you have this Two of Cups with. Okay, so an earth or fire sign, or someone who has strong earth and fire in their chart, and you've been, I can't make it up, and you've been the Queen of Cups. So loving, so understanding, so open. And that's why this Wheel of Fortune being upright is in your hands. Again, like I said, the Ten of Cups was written between you two. But it seems like even if this person were to come in, they would only be in Prince of Pentacle energy, not necessarily King of Pentacle energy. Or somebody's been too busy investing in Queen of Wand energy as opposed to their Queen of Cups. Caught up. Oh boy. This King of Pentacles could struggle with lust. So, of course, a Queen of Wands is going to catch their attention because they know how to use that body language and presenting themselves in that way to capture attention. And this King of Pentacles, attention has been captured. Like, caught. Clean caught. And, right, which has maybe put a lot of strife on this contract. Maybe this person tried to put you in a position to try to fight for them when they were supposed to be fighting for you. Uh-oh. This could be somebody who wanted to be in pretty princess energy. Happens every day. Yeah. And this person didn't worry because they felt like the love that y'all had. Okay, so this is telling me that this King of Pentacles was very aware of the contract. This wasn't, oh, I didn't know. Oh, they knew. They knew. They knew you were their Queen of Pentacles. I can't make it up, but they couldn't ignore the luxury of having options, having all the Queen of Wands at their leisure. They couldn't ignore that for what they knew they needed to be doing and investing in. But again, somebody was like, oh, don't worry. I'm going to go enjoy this luxury right quick. Let me go play around. And then I'm going to come in on this King of Cups and match that love and complete this thing. But that Wheel of Fortune's in reverse. So I don't know if that's going to happen here, okay? Yeah, somebody was banking on knowing that the love between y'all was strong. So listen, somebody was trying to test the strength. Let me see how far I could push the Queen of Cups. What will it take for them to not love me anymore, to shut that down? So that they can maybe come in as this King of Swords. And, you know, it's like somebody a little dramatic. Okay, a little dramatic. Somebody could have been trying to, like, do that. And it's like, this is not the movies. Like, this is real life. This ain't no movie. It's not Hollywood. But okay. Anywho. Clarify. I can't make it up. Death. Exactly. Exactly. What I see for you, though, Virgo-Libra, is that through this season of patiently waiting, you've gone through a rebirth. Where I almost feel like this King of Pentacles taking their time, delaying, playing around, gave you enough room to shift and change yourself. So you maybe at one point were the Queen of Cups for them, was the Queen of Pentacles for them, but with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, you've changed. You've maybe ascended from this soul contract. So it might not be needed and or necessary anymore. And what I'm kind of feeling is that's unfortunate for this King of Pentacles, because in a way, it feels like now they need the contract to be active for whatever they have going on or wherever they're at. But it looks like that portal's closed. The sun in reverse. Exactly. Ain't no sunshine when she gone. That's what I'm hearing. Clarify the King of Swords. Yep. 3 of Swords in reverse. I don't think that this King energy feels bad about what they did. Or like, I could be talking about something with the 6 of Cups here that's already happened. Okay. I don't think they expected sorrow, or yeah, something about this 3 of Swords might hit this person out of the blue. Valor in reverse. Yeah. Is my deck upside down? Nope. Clarify. Yeah, Princess of Pentacles again. They might be worried now that they waited too long. Hangman, yeah. And now they kind of see it. Somebody is going to be starting to be called into again higher awareness with the Hermit. I'm hearing Unbreak My Heart by Toni Braxton. Emperor energy. I don't know why I keep getting this like heroic thing. Like somebody wanted to come in. Please don't tell me that's the situation. Okay, High Priestess, that's it. Somebody very, very sillily. Somebody thought that by like either trying to put you in competition with others or breaking your heart or kind of disappointing you would give them a way to kind of come back and redeem and be the hero. And somebody has that kind of brain, or they kind of live their life like that, like it's a movie, it's a game, it's something that they get to be the main character in, and they always want to set up the story arc that they want to be in. I just heard that, thank you, Divine. That feeds their ego. Sun in reverse. This was not the contract for ego. And they maybe thought by doing it this way, they would, I don't know, have more victory, more success. I don't know. But now I feel like Queen of Pentacles. I can't make it up. I can't make it up. Now it's severe. Like the weight of the waiting is now maybe even on their shoulders now. I really do feel like someone's getting a rude awakening here. Because the Sun upright, best card you could get in the deck. In reverse, no sunshine. That's just darkness. And I think that's why this rebirth happened for you, Virgo Libra, because I don't even think you're sad about this anymore. You might have been at one point, but I don't think you are. You've shifted, you've changed, you found peace maybe within yourself. So now that whole story arc that this masculine energy was trying to build in this situation, trying to control it the way they wanted it to go and the way they wanted it to be and the timing that they wanted it in, it can't even happen because you're not in that energy. You had to stay in that energy for that whole storyline to work out. Somebody could be upset with you. That's kind of bold. This person could be mad at you. Child. 9 of Cups reverse. What's the opposite of happiness? Anger. Right. Because what they invested in, what they were spending their time with in this Prince of Pentacles energy was not making them happy, was not a part of their happiness. Four of Pentacles. Yep. And that's what I mean, to hold on to the power. So this was a masculine that was struggling to surrender to the love, surrender to the Two of Cups, surrender to the contract. They wanted it on their terms, in their way. Them. Really not even considering you. It takes two to tango. And disappointment. And wealth in reverse. And justice. Ten of Pentacles. So what was meant to be built between y'all, you maybe get on your own, Virgo Libra. You found the strength to, or you have the strength to now create that on your own. It might not be shared between y'all, and that's justice. Karmic scales are balancing in this contract. Okay, clarify the Six of Cups with death and rebirth. Yeah, because you transformed and transmuted into peace. That's what I'm saying. You found peace around this situation. Like, yeah, okay, it's an old love, it's an ancient love. We had a soul contract. The Wheel of Fortune was supposed to be in the upright. That Ten of Pentacles was supposed to be in the upright. This was everything we were promised. You showed up, patient, Princess of Pentacles, ready to give, waiting, doing your part. This person didn't. But again, out of their own control. Clarify the Nine of Pentacles with the Sun in reverse. Thank you. All right, now the Seven of Wands upright. Now, I would even guess that you would have some sort of guard up against this person now. Like, they can't move through the portal. They can't move into the energy that they needed to complete this contract. King of Swords with the Three of Swords in reverse, divine. Ace of Pentacles in reverse, exactly. So that whole thing that they were supposed to show up with, the pinnacle they were supposed to bring, whatever was contracted for them to do, that's what they were trying to rush in, last minute maybe even, to try to give. And again, they can't get through. Because at this point, you don't even need it. And again, there's no new beginning here. I'm so sorry, Virgo Libra. Six of Wands. I think it's something this person was trying to feed their ego through this situation. Kind of like if you were still posted up waiting for them, patient, even all through the strife, all through the turmoil, all through the challenges and all the other people and all the competition they tried to put you in. If you were still there in that same energy, they would have felt victorious. I got what I wanted. I did this on my terms. Rebellion. This was a spirit that was in rebellion. Okay. All right. Clarify the Six of Wands with the Princess of Pentacles. I can't make it out. Again, that's the third time the Ten of Cups is flipped out in this reading. It was written for y'all to have that together. And now you're going to get it solo. Or, shoot, maybe there'll be somebody else here for you, okay? But I don't think it's going to be who you were originally in this contract with. I can't make it up. Seven of Cups. Somebody was caught up in the lower vibration energy, caught up in the toxicity, caught up in the pleasures. No discipline. Okay. So how are you showing up for Virgo Libra in this energy? Because I feel like that's where I really want to put the focus on. how the divine is supporting you here, Virgo Libra. Because like I said, you've been so patient, you've been so open-hearted, you've been so kind of sweet on this person and sweet towards this person. All right. Yeah, the heart. Okay. Yeah. And the candle. Ooh, hold on. Hey, sorry about that. I didn't realize we were getting that dark here. But the candle. Here's what I'm getting from that. Through that rebirth process you went through, Virgo Libra, your mind and your heart will never not be in alignment. Because maybe even through this waiting and patience and trying to show grace towards this person that you're in this contract with or was supposed to be in this contract with, your heart wanted one thing, your mind was like, come on, logic would say, right? Regardless, you're in alignment now, and that love, that flame, that fire, whatever was supposed to, again, bloom and grow here, I feel, between you two, you get to still have. So your light wasn't dependent on this contract working out. It was, thank you, divine, it was fate between y'all. And based off the choices, you went through that rebirth and became the flame, became the fire that was maybe supposed to grow in this lover's energy again. Clover, yeah. So you're not losing anything by not moving forward with this contract, Virgo Libra. Yeah. You're just leaving somebody to deal with the mess that they maybe made, or to deal with themselves in the way that you had to deal with yourself. Okay? I can't make it up, right? Graveyard. Like I said, I don't think that this Wheel of Fortune is going to turn upright. I think it's in the reverse for a reason. This person can't walk through that portal with you into this contract, so you have to bury this in a way. And maybe that truth could be a little sobering. If you still have to grieve it, please continue to do so. If you haven't started, let it out. It's okay to be upset. But I think even through that rebirth, it seems like all that sorrow that would have been there got burnt up. Like, I think you are being granted detachment from this, because if this person was playing with your heartstrings, if you were still connected, they'd still be doing it. And so maybe you had to be disconnected for them to see themselves, to be the hangman, for them to be enlightened around their own patterns of behavior. And maybe that's what's fated for them. Yeah, it's okay, let it flow. But just because this is the end of this contract doesn't mean it's the end of love for you. I feel like I need to make that very clear. You will have love in the way you deserve to have love here, Virgo Libra. It just unfortunately might not be with this person that was a part of the original energy with you. And the bear. Yeah. I feel like that's the divine granting you that renewal. Rebirth. Yeah. Clarify the heart. Whoa. Ah. Okay, the whole deck wanted to come out for the heart. Lord have mercy. You've got the bunny. Like I said, the abundance that you now get, the 10 of Cups that you now get, is having your mind and heart on the same page always. And you see that bunny sitting in that crown? Empress energy. It's almost like you still get your crown with or without this person. So you and this person were supposed to be crowned with some form of enlightenment through the connection between y'all. But it seems like you crowned yourself. Period. Okay. Because, yeah, would it have been lovely to have this contract go all the way through? Of course. Who wouldn't want that kind of love? But it has to be wanted by both people. And if somebody got caught up and they chose to allow themselves to be caught up, then what can you do about that? You definitely not gonna wait. And even if, here's the thing, Virgo Libra, even if you wanted to, I don't think the divine is allowing you to. Because that wasn't a part of it. That's not how this was supposed to be. I can't make it up the crown. You've gained a lot of wisdom out of this situation. Right. And now while somebody has to clean up their house, clean up all that storyline building and all the caught up energy that they're in, they made their bed. Now they have to lie in it. You get to rest in the temple. You get to cleanse yourself. You get to purify yourself. And I think that was a part of this rebirth process, that death energy you went through when it came to this contract. Meaning whatever karma they're now going to have to go through in that home, in that bed that they've made for themselves, doesn't touch you. I really hope this person wasn't trying to drag you through the karma they created for themselves. Because that's probably why the divine shut that portal down, if that was the intention. Okay. Yeah, you know what? Clarify this graveyard. Thank you, divine. That period. A restoration of your innocence. Again, your purity. Because you know what? If you were playing games or you had an unclean heart around this situation or you were doing other things too, you would have to deal with the same karma. You see what I'm saying? You wouldn't get to be in the temple. But you get to be in the temple because, I felt you were patiently waiting with an open heart, with compassion, with love. You were living in the love. Strongest energy out was your first card. You were living in that love. You weren't faking it. Clarify the river. Thank you, divine. Yep. Yeah. I almost feel like that crown was very significant for you and this person to obtain in this lifetime. Not just for yourselves, but for your lineage. So it's almost like now your ancestors get to bathe in the river too. Their ancestors were supposed to be there with you. There's something there. Whatever this love, this Two of Cups was again written. Y'all were supposed to bring that flow in together. Now it's just one-sided. Clarify the bear. Thank you. And that ain't nothing but the truth. Yep. Unfortunately, whoever you were in this Two of Cups contract with chose the path of the snake. Chose to be a snake. Temptation, honestly. Somebody fell to temptation. That's how they got caught up. Okay. Hopefully this was clarity and confirmation around something you might be going through or needed to know more about here, Virgo Libra. Like I said at the beginning, this is probably coming through because you've probably completed that rebirth and you're ready to receive that truth. This person maybe wanted to come in and tell you something different. give you a different story that again would set them up as the hero in the narrative, when in fact they were just caught up and playing around. Okay, I love you so very much, and I'm sending a big hug your way, because that's rough. But what's beautiful that is, again, you are gaining beautiful things out of this regardless. So gratitude might be hard to reach for now. Maybe towards the end of Sag season, you'll be able to tap into that around this situation. But let yourself feel what you need to feel. But know that whatever has to be cleaned up in that house, whatever bed they made for themselves, you are not laying in it with them. They're going to have to lay in it with the people that they were creating it with. And that's your truth for Sag season. I love you all so very much again. I thank you for being here. If you made it this far in the message, please make sure you're subscribed to the channel so that you can join the soul tribe here and I can pick up on your energy for future readings. All right, I do invite you to join the channel membership for exclusive readings and viewer perks. Again, that link is in the description box below, as well as the link to book a personal reading with me if this felt personal for you. You can book an extended of this message. You can do a whole separate message. I have for a lot of different readings, so check that out at cusproses.com. You also have your School of Beauty merch back up on the merch store, relaunched for y'all. So check that out at cusproses.store. That's also linked in the description box below, as well as other ways to support and connect with me. All right. I love you all again for the third time. I really do. And I hope that this message serves you well again when it's divinely meant to. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I'll see you in our next one. Love you lots. Namaste.